which will allow you to really overload the shoulders. Now, where do you bring the barbell down depends on your...
What's up? 筋肉翻訳です。さあ今日はミリタリープレスの本当のやり方見ていきましょう。ミリタリープレス取り入れてますか？正しく行うと三角筋や大胸筋上部が発達して体幹の安定を鍛えることもできるので、様々な種目のパフォーマンスを上げるためのトレーニングとしても使うことができます。今回はスタンディングミリタリープレスで最大限の効果を得るために大事なことをクリスチャンさんが話をしてくれています。動画の後半では日本トップレベルの選手から分かりやすい動画もいただいたので、そちらを元に解説もしていきます。ではまずクリスチャンさんの動画を見ていきましょう。どうぞ。
One of my favorite lifts overall, and what I consider to be the real king of upper body lifts, is the military press. I mean, of course, nowadays the bench press is king, and that really originated with Arnold Schwarzenegger with his big chest and all that stuff. But before that, the real key lifts, the macho lift, if you want, in gyms was the military press, the overhead press. It was the most important upper body lift in gyms. Now, the benefit of the military press over the bench press is that it's a better exercise for shoulder function, health, as well as performance if you do it properly. The problem with the military press, as we will see, is that the first rep, when done properly, really takes a lot out of you, and because of that, it greatly decreases your capacity to perform your set and overload the shoulder, because that first repetition costs way too much. Now, let's first look at what the correct military press looks like. So Caroline here is going to walk back. Now, what we want is to create a shelf with the shoulders here, so the barbell starts here. Ideally, you want the barbell to still be on the shoulders, but with the elbows as close to being directly under the bar as possible. From that position, she will squeeze her glutes and abdominals to create a strong foundation, and then press the bar overhead. So press overhead and stop here. Now at the top, you want the bar to be slightly behind the ear line and externally rotated here. Good. So that would be the proper position. So you have that external rotation function of the shoulder, much healthier. You bring it back down. Now, what you'll notice when you do on the shoulder shelf, now what you notice with that position is that first, several people can't even put the barbell on their shoulders properly because of lack of mobility. And even those who do, that is a very weak position to press from. Just put it a bit higher up. Good. That's a very weak position to initiate the first rep. And what we'll see, just do one rep, just at the bar, what you saw, the bar shifted forward. Because it's such a weak position that when you try to overcome it, there will be horizontal movement because it's the path of least, you can bring it down, it's the path of least resistance. And that also makes the movement more difficult, and oftentimes you'll have people compensating by shifting here to bring their center of mass under the barbell, which is what we want to avoid that. Now, after the first rep, so do 3 reps. Let's do 3 reps. Don't bring it all the way down, just there. No, don't bring it all the way down. And just bring it down to your mouth and press. You can see that now, the barbell is not moving forward when she's starting the reps. It's because she's not in that weak position where you select the path of least resistance. So in my opinion, if you're doing that lift strictly to increase pressing strength and shoulder development, that first rep actually makes the set less effective because you use wrong technique, you choose the path of least resistance, and you're going to use less weight because you tire yourself out on that first rep. What you want is bypass that first rep so that every single rep will be done with the eccentric pre-stretch, the capacity to use the stretch reflex, and also avoiding that weak position that forces you to select the path of least resistance. So she will start the first rep as a push press, pause at the top, and then she started the first rep. So she would have push press. That's the starting position of the first rep. Mouth level and press, just go to your chin, roughly. And press. Go behind your hairline. Good. One more. That's it. Excellent. So the first concentric rep is done with a push press. You don't count that as a rep. The first rep starts from the top, just like in a bench press or a squat. When I'm bench pressing, I'm starting here. So first rep is that. Well, military press, same thing. First rep, bring it up with your push press. That's the starting position, and then you do the first rep. That's rep number 1. So you will be able to use a lot more weight from that position, which will allow you to really overload the shoulders. Now, where do you bring the barbell down depends on your levers. She has long arms, so she probably will bring it down to about throat level. I would bring it down to about chin level because my arms are shorter. So it really depends on your mechanics. But really what we're looking for is not bring the weight from point A to point B. Now, if you were competing in the military press, yes, you have to start here. But if you're using it to build your shoulders, you want to make the reps as effective as possible to overload that muscle and movement pattern, which means doing a push press at the start to bypass the weak point, then doing your reps. That's the best way to make the most out of the military press when it comes to building muscle and getting stronger.
さあ、いかがでしたでしょうか。1レップ目は勢いを使って上からスタートすることで極端な力を使わず最大限の効果を得ようという内容でした。またクリスチャンさんはさらっと流していたんですが、
From that position, she will squeeze her glutes and abdominals to create a strong foundation.
僕はここがないがしろにされていると思います。今回はボディフィットネスで日本2位になった漆島美紀さんから動画をいただいてきました。この右と左の違い分かりますか？左はなんとなく動きがフラフラしていて地に足がついてないように見えます。それに比べて右はフラフラ感がなくどっしりと安定しているように見えるんじゃないでしょうか。右の動画はお尻とお腹にしっかりと力が入っているんですね。ここの力がしっかり入ることによって初めて大腸筋に最大の負荷を乗せることができてきます。フラフラしてしまうとそれを支えるためにいろんな筋肉を使ってしまうので負荷も逃げてしまうんですね。安定させるためのお尻とお腹の筋肉も発達してくると右の映像のようにバシッとはまるようになってきます。これに関しては近道はないんですが確実に成長することができるので継続してみてください。お腹の力の入れ方はこちらの動画で説明をしています。概要欄にミキさんのインスタアカウントと合わせて載せてあるので見てみてください。みんなはミリタリープレスでどんなことを大事にしていますか？コメント欄で教えてください。動画のリクエスト、チャンネル登録お待ちしてます。ではまた。はい、お知らせです。筋肉翻訳 T シャツが販売中なんですが L サイズが売り切れになってしまいました。僕が今着てるのは M サイズです。 S サイズと M サイズはまだ若干残りがあります。概要欄の販売ページから購入してください。またアパレルは少しずつ増やしていくつもりです。こんなの欲しいなどコメント欄でリクエストを教えてください。ここまで見ていただいてありがとうございます。これからもいろんな情報を発信していくので応援よろしくお願いします。ではまた。
I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back. 'Cause I won't